Hello, my esteemed viewers, followers, and subscribers. Welcome yet again to my YouTube channel. And like you should be aware, lately my presentations have been focusing much on KCPE and KCSE examination preparedness. I have been taking you through the do's and the don'ts during the preparations, and now that I want to take an assumption that we have already prepared ourselves, we have been studying, we have been revising, and we are continuing with our revisions. What next after all that preparation is done that we'll eventually see us through? Let me start by wishing you all the best success in your examinations. I don't want to say best of luck because luck is just something that comes your way. I know what you're going to score is not just best of luck, but best of your hard work. I want to wish you success well in advance. And now come with me as I take you through fundamentals that are going to guide you, the principles that are going to guide you throughout your national examination days from day 1 up to the last day. Here are some 10 important points to consider during a national examination. And I'm going to start right from number 1. And I'm taking you home if you're a day scholar. And I'm also going to delve much if you are a boarder. Number 1, if you're a day scholar, ensure that you go to bed early. In fact, everybody else, including those in boarding school. What I'm trying to say is number 1, have enough sleep. Meaning, go to bed early and get up early. Like the Englishman said, early to bed, early to rise. This is not a time you should be staying late at night. It is not a time you should be waking extraordinarily early in the morning, because I know you have been studying late up to even 11. Some even go to midnight. Some would want even to sleep past midnight. And you have been waking up also relatively early. Others have been waking up at 4, others 3, others can even wake up at 2, Yeah? But then, if you have been doing all that, surely you should now tone down. Go to bed by around 9:30 latest. You should be sleeping. Then wake up early at around 5 in the morning. Get up. You can even wake up around 4:30 or between 4:30 and 5. That is very good time. But ensure that you have enough sleep during the examination period. Then number 2 is on arrival time at school, particularly if you are a day scholar. Arrive at school early enough, at least by 7 o'clock should find you in school anyway. And then if you are a boarder, of course, your teachers will be able to guide you when are you supposed to be in a class for purposes of catching up with your morning revisions, etc. So ensure that at least you have some time to catch up with your morning activities. So wake up, then go to school as early as possible. Then, even before you go to school, I forgot to mention this, take some heavy breakfast. Yes, take some heavy breakfast. Eat a balanced diet. This is not a time to change food or to try some kind of different types of foods, because sometimes people tend to think that examination period is a period to merit, it's a period to eat whatever you've never eaten before. Special meals are served, what, etc. Just eat your normal diet if possible. Then you can have all that kind of special meal later on as you celebrate the victory that you have achieved in your examinations. Because trying different foods may sometimes even bring you stomach discomfort during the examination time. So just eat your normal diet, let nothing come out of the ordinary, and have some water, drink some water, or a glass of juice, but do not take too much water, do not take too much juice, because you will constantly be leaving the examination room. Just take a glass of water or a glass of juice is quite okay. And then to my number 4, because I mentioned number 3 earlier, ensure that you do not panic the moment you are in school and preparing for your morning exams and all that. Do not panic, and particularly concentrate on the things that you know and how you know them. forget about the things that you do not know. Let nobody come and mention something that you perhaps are hearing for the first time, and you're like, what? What is that? How, then you get into panic, you want to run into books and all that. Forget about concentrating on the things that you do not know. Concentrate on what you know and how you are going to tackle your examination. And what next? To my point number 5, visit the toilet, visit the washrooms before you present yourself for frisking. This is going to help you a great deal, because you may need to relieve yourself. If you are going to be pressed in the next 30 or 40 minutes, just visit the toilet and have yourself relieve, relax a bit. Then you present yourself for frisking if you are called and when you are called upon. And during frisking, cooperate with the invigilators, the supervisors. They know their work. Make it easy for them to perform their duties as assigned. So present yourself for frisking and then go into the examination room. And when you're in the examination room, and that one brings me to point number 6, go and settle in your desk or on your locker, in your locker where you're supposed to be sitting your examination. Do not move from one point to another, going from one locker to another, disturbing others, causing breach of peace and all that. Just go and sit where you are expected to sit, and do not change position or sitting positions. Leave the sitting arrangement like it was organized or rehearsed earlier. Then this is not a time for you to, to go into extraordinary prayers. Some people would go on their knees, their hands are up, and they are asking God to see them through these examinations, and they are clapping their hands, proclaiming it is theirs. Avoid such kind of dramatic prayers. Avoid causing a scene during prayers. If you have to pray during that particular time, then just whisper a prayer in your heart. But then it is normally important for you to pray as a class before you go into the examination period. You can also pray when you wake up, because it is important to pray and to tell God what you exactly want. But dramatic prayers and causing scenes in the examination room, not very good. Then I want to take you to number 7, cheating and sleeping in the examination room. Avoid any attempts to cheat in the examination, because the consequences are that dire. A fine of 10 million shillings or 2 years imprisonment, and also losing your marks is not something you'd want to go through. Ensure that you only concentrate on what you know. Do not find help from anybody. Do not seek help from anybody. Work on your examination with the full knowledge that it is your clean result that is devoid of irregularities and illegalities. Have your examination results your own hard work. Then sleeping during examination, to some it is inevitable. But should you find yourself dozing off, feeling dizzy and all that, just go to the invigilator or the supervisor, ask for permission, then run to the water point if you can locate one. Wash your face, wash your head, then run back to class. Remember, if you are leaving the examination room, do not leave with any question paper or answer sheets. It is not allowed. And when you are granted permission to leave the examination room, obviously it is a requirement that you should be escorted. So if you see somebody following you, don't worry. They are only doing their work. They are supposed to accompany you, but of course not into the toilet itself. They'll be standing at some distance just to ensure that everything is safe. And then number 7, or rather number 8, is on time management. Manage your time well. And managing your time well would mean that you should start with those questions that you are sure of, those questions that are looking simple and all that. Start with those questions that you are very sure of. You can skip the ones that are proving to be a bit hard, but then revisit them later. So manage your time well. Look at your watch. You will also be reminded by the supervisors or the invigilator how much time you have taken, how much time is left. So ensure that you also time yourself, and ensure that you finish before time, so that you have enough time to even go through your work to verify that whatever you've written is the correct thing that you ought to have written. Then Number 9 is all about following following instructions as provided by the supervisors and the invigilators. If you are asked to stop, stand, and submit your papers, do just that. Don't, others, the bell is rung and you're told stop, and somebody wants to continue, all that, you know, just ensure that you time yourself well so that when you're asked to stop and stand and hand in your paper, that's exactly what you should be able to do. But then I also want to caution you on post-examination analysis. When you're done with one particular paper, do not go into groups of 3s, 4s, 5s, and you start discussing the science paper, the physics paper, how it was, the biology paper, mathematics, how this question was, and all that. You'll be discouraged when people will be telling you different answers, and you find yourself feeling like, oh no, that kind of state of confusion and anxiety. Forget about it. Any paper that you've done, forget about it. Focus on the next paper that is upcoming, or the following day's papers. You can only maybe think about discussing a paper after all the examinations are done. Then you can be able to talk about it. But before you finish all your examinations, avoid discussing any paper, not even with yourself, not even with your teachers, not even with your parents. You can do that after you're done with all the papers. And then I'm taking you to number 10 rather, and my last point. This is all about play. Do not forget to play. It is important. After the examination is done, find time, go out, jump a bit, play, relieve the stress for the day's examinations. Make yourself refreshed, okay? Do a little bit of play, and while you're playing, try to play safe games that are not going to cause you any kind of injuries, because you never know what can happen in the type of games that you're playing. Try to play games that are safe, that are going to keep you safe even after the game itself, right? And for the day scholars, it's not a time to come on your bike and you are racing and all that. Just take precaution during examination time. And lastly, I want to urge you to have confidence in yourself, because it is possible for you to make it, because others have made it. You too can make it, because it is possible. Have confidence and believe in yourself that you're gonna make it, and obviously you will make it. What you believe and is sure of is what you will eventually make of your examinations. And when the examination results are out, accept the examination verdict as it is. Do not panic. Examination is not the end of everything. If you fail to perform like you really expected, just pick up the pieces and soldier on. Just believe that you can still make it on other fields. Do not feel discouraged. Do not feel demotivated. Pick up the courage and say, yes, I still believe in myself. I want to go to that secondary school. I want to go to that university. I want to go to that college. I want to go to that course, and I want to make it in life. Have that courage, have the confidence, and soldier on. How I wish you'd get this, my book here. It is called The Learner Success Password. What I've just mentioned here, a lot of them are in this book. It's a book that will help you, guide you throughout your studies and examination period. Otherwise, that's the end of my presentation. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and to share this video in order to reach out to very many candidates who are going to sit examination outside there. And how I wish this information also reaches out to many parents and also many teachers. Thank you, and once again, I wish you a success in your national examination. Go and do it, because it is possible. Thank you, and enjoy your examinations.